Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today's video is particularly about a few questions which I have got, and I replied them in separately in my FAQs or frequently asked questions during of Hajj as well. But this is a detailed video about the people who are going for Hajj or Umrah and who need facility, who are disabled or who need some facility with a wheelchair. So let's go on with it. What facilities are there during Hajj and Umrah time? What you can take? How much does it cost? And such things. Hopefully, inshallah, it will clarify lots of concepts. So before we do that, what is the concept of if you need a help? Can you do a Hajj and Umrah with the help of someone? So this is the first verse is actually hadith narrated by Ibn Abbas. So it says the Prophet performed tawaf of the Kaaba while riding a camel, and whenever he came in front of the corner, he pointed towards it. So corner basically means Hajar Aswad. So basically, and which is Islam basically. So what it narrates that the Holy Prophet himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has done a tawaf around the Kaaba while riding a camel. So this is one of the main things which ulmas and different scholars use, that which gives us the permission, alhamdulillah, and gives us the ease that we can do the tawaf while using a ride. So, and as we know that the life of the Holy Prophet is enlightening for all of us, and it will be enlightening for us till the end of the world. So that's why it is stated by lots of scholars that this gesture which he did, that he did a ride of a tawaf with the camel, was to indicate that there should be an ease for the Muslim ummah for the upcoming years, and that is why it is permissible to use any kind of electric scooter or people or wheelchair with the help of someone in order to do tawaf. The next thing, in order another hadith is narrated by Salma. I complained to Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I was sick, and he sallallahu alaihi wasallam told me to perform the tawaf behind the people while riding. So basically, someone kind of carrying her, or basically in a cart or something. So these are two hadiths which makes it easy for us to understand that it is permissible, and that is why in a Masjid al Haram you will find lots of people carrying wheelchair, as well as now the electric scooter is there. Now let's look and explore the options during Hajj and outside Hajj during Umrah or in Masjid al Haram. So facilities in Haram. So what are the facilities? So there are basically foldable chairs available in usual. So we are not talking here exclusively about the Hajj season or the peak season, because in peak season, if anything is for free or like has been waqfed or has been given, it is possible that during the peak time it might not be available because all the other peoples are utilizing. But look at the facilities what are there. So there are in general foldable chairs available, there are free wheelchairs available, there are wheelchair with handler, basically a person who will charge you some money, and they are authorized people by the Saudi government for by the management of Haram in order to facilitate the people who cannot walk, and they will charge you something and with a wheelchair. The other thing which they have started is the electric scooters as well. So you can drive them yourself. You need to pay some money. We're gonna all look at these options as well. And then there are guest wheelchairs from hotel as well. So if you are staying in a hotel, it is better to ask them if they have the wheelchairs as well. Some of the hotels, especially near the Haram and which are 4 5 star, they have got their own wheelchairs as well, and they can lend you as well. So bring your own. So of course, one option which is straightforward one, bring your own from whichever country you are traveling. If you need a wheelchair and you know that you are traveling from UK, US, Pakistan, whichever country you are, you can bring your own wheelchair, and usually it's free of cost to bring it on the aeroplane as well. Buy from Saudi. So you can buy from Saudi Arab. Once you arrive, you can buy it from there and waqf it. What means that you can give it to charity after utilizing. You can give it to charity, and in within the Saudi Arab, within the Haram, actually they can keep it for you, and basically whoever needs it, they will utilize it. So you can waqf it. The other thing is, there are ramps. Sorry, it is typo over here. So there are ramps basically for wheelchairs, so that it's easy. So basically the thing to state here is that they are not only stairs, but they are ramps, so that people with disability and wheelchair can roam around the Haram easily. And the last thing is disabled washrooms. So there are washrooms available as well, so which are wider enough to facilitate with the wheelchair access. Now, facilities in Mina and Arafat, because if you're going for Hajj, then of course you're going to be going to Mina, to Arafat, Muzdalifah. What are the facilities particularly for disabled people over there? So over there, unfortunately, there are no like free wheelchairs. The free wheelchairs which are in Haram, it is preferable that you use within the Haram area and you return back to the over there. But you should not be taking those to Mina and Arafat. You can maybe ask the people, but in general, because there are already too many people who need the wheelchairs within the Haram area, so it's better that you don't take those wheelchairs to Mina and Arafat. So over there, you need to arrange for your own wheelchair. Then, of course, there are disabled washrooms. So now, for past many years in Mina, Arafat, Muzdalifah, the washrooms over there are some of the washrooms, like everywhere, are wider enough so that they can facilitate the people with wheelchair. Then there are number three, the government facilitators for Rami. So this is a point we're gonna have a look. So there are basically, these are volunteer groups by different governments like Pakistan government or Indian government or Bangladeshi government. I'm not sure about UK and US government, to be honest, but those people are volunteers, and they will support anyone irrespective of the nationality. Even if a US person goes to a Bangladeshi volunteer and ask for his help, then they will help you. And they have, like, those volunteers bring their own wheelchairs. Then, of course, there are ramps based on the surface. There are accessible ramps, and friends and other Haji support. So this is a common thing, but just to state, because during the Hajj time, everyone wants to facilitate other as well, and this is what we have been told, being a Muslim. So if you ask for the help of the tour operator or the tour group which with whom you are traveling, inshallah they will support you as well. Now let's look at further in details what and how and from where we can get that. So wheelchair only. So from where do you get in Haram the wheelchairs? So there are, alhamdulillah, lots of video people have made where they have actually shown, but as I always make the presentation, so this is a presentation and this is a Google map. So here you see that this is on the top. I have circulated King Abdulaziz Gate, which is one of the main gates to enter the Haram area, and just beside that is Ajiyad Bridge or Ajiyad Gate as well. Actually, this is Ajiyad Gate and this is Ajiyad Bridge, and this is actually gate number 5. And just in front of it is WC3 as well. I'm just telling you multiple locations so that at least if you find one of them, you will know where are the wheelchairs. And here, actually, on Google Map as well, if you search for handicapped wheelchair services, you will see wheelchair services. So there is, and also in front over here opposite to Haram, there is basically the clock tower, and there is Al Safwa hotel basically in front as well. And just beside Al Safwa hotel is this wheelchair service area. Or if you see any of the like local staff over there of Masjidul Haram, which are usually wearing some kind of a vest, a green or gray vest, you can ask them, and inshallah they will help you as guide you as well where are the wheelchair. But you can see there are lots of indication, and you will see lots of people traveling and going up as well, and you can ask them as well from where did you got the wheelchair. And in Arabic, actually, it's Arba Manjanan, and this is what I found out. So hopefully, inshallah, I think this is the authentic one, that what is wheelchair called. And you can ask them, or maybe show a picture of them if they are Arabs and they don't understand English or Urdu. So so three indication: WC3, Ajiyad Bridge, King Abdulaziz, actually 4, and Al Safa Tower, and just beside that would be the wheelchair access. And this is how it will look like. So how will it look like? It will look like that. This is on the left side, actually would be the Al Safa hotel, and these how you will see the person with the wheelchair. And if you go to him, just ask him the wheelchair, and inshallah he will provide you. No documents required, no nothing required, no proof required. As long as they have the wheelchairs, they will give you. But in the peak season, as I said, during Ramadan or during the Hajj season, it's possible when it's peak, you might not get that. Or if you want, try to ask the person what is the best time to come when the wheelchairs are available during the day, so that if you want to intend to spend a lot of time in the Masjid al Haram area, get it early or in the non-busy hour, or maybe come at 8 o'clock, 9 a.m., so that they are available and you can easily get that. And one thing, so these are kind of a wheelchair, and as you can see, like these are, I took from, to be honest, from somewhere else, googled it, and you can see it's written Waqf al Haram. So basically here as well, Waqf al Haram. So they write, so this means basically someone bought these wheelchairs, maybe utilized for himself, or he just bought it and gave it as a charity to the Masjid al Haram. So the people who can come and use it will benefit from it, and he will, inshallah, that brother will get the reward. So you can see there's some names and some persons mentioned that who have basically gave these chairs as a charity. So similarly, as I said in the mention, you can buy your own wheelchair in Saudi Arab, use it, and after that you can waqf it, or you can give it in a charity to Masjid al Haram, and the next people will use it, and till the time they use it, inshallah, you will get the reward as well of that. So now the second thing, second option, the wheelchair with handler. So as you can see, that the purpose of this picture was to show that how the people look like. So usually these people who are having the wheelchair, they are having a gray kind of vest, or I have seen some pictures where they are green vest as well, but majority what I've seen and what my research has concluded, that the people with the gray vest are the one which are authentic and which are officially deployed by the management of Haram to facilitate people with disability, with the wheelchair. So these people will have their own wheelchair. You don't need to bring your own wheelchair. They will have their own wheelchair. You can give them. Usually they charge 150 Saudi Riyal. SAR is Saudi Riyal for both, for Tawaf plus Sa'i, and 80 Riyal they usually charge for Sa'i and Tawaf. But if they are charging more, try to negotiate. But usually, because they are the local staff, inshallah, I hope they don't try to do anything wrong, and will be honest with you with the charges what have been officialized. Okay, the other thing is that, yeah, as I said, they will be wearing jackets. So there might be people who are without the jackets, and they might ask you to that they will help you to do that. Try to negotiate what money they will charge, and do the what I've understood, ask them to complete the tawaf and sa'i, or whatever, which one thing you want to the help from them, and only after that try to pay them. Because what I've heard, or that's what I've read in multiple articles, in blogs, in the comments, that many people have been like given only 5 tawaf, and after that they have left, or they have lots of discussion and argument about the money they want to gather, because afterwards they are asking for a lot of money. And sometimes it has happened because those people are not authorized to be using the wheelchair and charging for it, because they are not the authorized people to provide this service. So sometimes if officials, if the police catch them, then of course police will take them away, and you will be left without the money and without the completion of the tawaf. So you might need to find someone else. So it's better that you go to these people and try to find the authentic people which are supposed to do that. Where will you find them? You can find them outside Haram, but majority of them you will find once you go on the first floor. How you go on the first floor? So this is a Jihad bridge. As you can see, it's a ramp, and that is the purpose. So this, if you once you climb the ramp, or there is underneath the ramp, you will see escalator as well. You can take the escalator or you take the ramp. So once you go up from this and go on the first floor is dedicated for the people with wheelchair, whether they want to push themselves, whether someone of your friend and family is pushing, or these people who are supporting, or the handlers, they are doing. So once you go on the first floor, you will find a lot of them standing there, and they will inshallah support you. So the next thing, yeah, these are some of the pictures as you can see. So here, this is the purpose. So you can see there are green people in green vest as well, but they will have lots of indication, their own cards, their stamps written. And similarly here as well, you see the stamps written. So these are authentic people. So in the left picture, wallahu alam, but I found this picture, so I assume this is correct. But if it is not, let me know in the comments. That there are some people who are helping you out like this. They will be charging random amount. They might not complete your tawaf. So God knows who these were, but I just took the picture. But that's the thing, that generally based on the comments, what I found that if they are not your friends and family, you don't know them, not with the West, it's preferred to avoid them, because that's the thing. In Hajj and Umrah, try to make it easy, try to go with the norms, with the officials, so that your Hajj and Umrah go as smooth as possible. Instead, that in order to try and save some money, you come into more trouble. The next thing are the electric carts, so or the electric scooters or whatever you want to call. There are lots of names which people use, and this is the scooter, as you can see. And how you get them? So again, you go from the same ramp, Ajiyat gate, gate number 5, or you can take the escalator or the ramp, go the first floor, and then go on the second floor. So they are usually on the second floor. So these carts work on the second floors of Masjid al Haram, but the counter is on the first floor as well, mainly on the first floor. You will see there would be a counter, a kiosk, where you need to pay for them, or if you have paid already, you can just go ahead on the second floor and there you can get it. And you can book it also from the app. If you have the Nusuk app, this is actually a snapshot from the Nusuk app, and here you can see as well, reserve your transport. So here you can directly purchase from the Nusuk app as well. And this is yeah, Ajiyad as well gate, just showing you that this is how it looks like. So these are the electric scooter. Now there are two types of electric scooter. So here you see Imam Kaaba sitting on the electric scooter when it was inaugurated few years back. There are two types of electric scooter. One is this one, which is a single seater, and the other one is a dual seater. So what is the ruling in general basically of that? That if you are a single person, take a single person, and usually you will see some people having their kids as well in their laps on this single scooter. If you are two adults, preferable to get the two-seater one. Now what are the charges? Let's first look at the charges. So on the second floor you will find that, so a single person, if you are a single seater scooter you are getting, so say only current rate, these are the up to date current rates which I could find. So 57.50 Saudi riyals for one only Sa'i or only Tawaf. So it would be individual. If you want to combine both, and then you will be paying 115. So there are many good things with the electric scooter, and you can do it on your own pace. You can stop for namaz, you can easily, you don't need to wait for someone else, like the wheelchair handler, and it is easier and much more convenient, and kids usually enjoy that as well. But of course, you are in Haram, you're Masjid al Haram, not for the kids entertainment over there. Then the double person mobility scooter, if they are, it's a two-seater one, then Sa'i only 115, Tawaf only 115 Saudi Riyal, and if you're combined both, then of course it's slightly cheaper, it is 230 Riyal. So these are the rates, and this is a picture how the scooter control looks like. It's quite straightforward, it's not difficult. The people are standing there, they are Arabs as well as Urdu speaking and English speaking as well, and inshallah they will tell you, and it's quite straightforward. This right lever is to go forward, this left lever is to go backward. It goes slow, the more you push it, the more speed it goes, but it won't be going in a very high speed, because all other people are like doing the tawaf on scooter as well, and this is the second floor, so only people on scooters are doing the tawaf over here. So very straightforward control, you don't need to bother about the other buttons, you can just ignore that. Go forward, pull this towards you, then it will go backward. So that's the mainly control. Here you can see that okay, one person is there with a wheelchair, but usually this floor is dedicated to the one which are with electric vehicles. Also, like here you can also ask them to support you with a wheelchair as well. Their staff can also support you if you need, but this is very straightforward. Here you can see a person sitting with the kids as well. So it's up to you. If you have got kids, go on that floor and you can use it. So hopefully you have seen all the three options. Bring your own wheelchair, get a free wheelchair from there, get a wheelchair with a handler, an electric scooter. So four options we have seen in within the Masjid al Haram. Then about the chairs, where you find the chairs. So usually you might find these kind of trolleys over there where they have chairs. And again, one important thing, waqf al haram. So what it means, that basically people have bought that from locally over there. When they go in Makkah, there are lots of shops which have, and hopefully they should be cheap, they should not be costing too much, maybe 10-15 Saudi riyal. And once you have got them, use them, and when you are returning back to your home country, just put them over there and you will waqf it, or you can write it, or even it's not written, just people leave it over there for the other people to facilitate. If you don't find them, there are lots of staff, lots of people, the local authority people, maybe you can try to ask them, take a picture of this, and you can ask them with the picture where it is. So it's usually easy if you have the picture on the mobile, and they can help you with that. Instead, if you are trying with the words and they don't understand Arabic, then sorry, they don't understand English or Urdu, then you will be in trouble. So now the last thing, as I mentioned, that wheelchair cost in Makkah. If you are not going to bring your own wheelchair from your home country and you intend to buy from Makkah, I don't know about the local shops how much it costs, but looking on the Google and looking online on one of the websites which provides wheelchair, I found that there are different models and you can see the prices. So the cheapest one which I could see was 295. I don't know about the quality, I don't know about the material, but of course in general, the more expensive it gets, the more better quality it is. So like you can see this one, it is also manual, it is similar, no difference except maybe a slight cushion, but this one is also normal and it is around 700 Saudi riyal. So from 300 Saudi riyal to 700 Saudi riyal, so same basic. So this one is electric, so forget about that, that is expensive, but it gives you an idea. So if you go into a shop in a market, you can have a picture of these ones, because in the local shops as well you can find and easily buy from there as well. So this is just to give you an idea about the wheelchair cost, that if you intend to buy from there, so it may be you can bring it from your home country, because bringing it on aeroplane will be free if you need it as a disabled, or if you have any trouble, so it is free. So some tips and cautious remarks, again, just to rephrase, if you buy your own wheelchair, use a bicycle lock. So this is one of the comments which I heard from lots of blogs, to be honest, and I saw in some of the YouTube videos as well, that people have recommended, because in Masjid al-Haram, as I said, there are lots of free wheelchairs available, but sometimes they are out of stock and people are trying to find the wheelchair, and if they see any vacant wheelchair, they usually take it. It doesn't mean that they are stealing it. It means that they think that someone has left the free wheelchair somewhere and they just take it and use it. So if it is your wheelchair, use a padlock, a wheelchair, bicycle lock, which is quite cheap. Maybe I don't know how much it is, but in UK you can get it from Poundland for £1 or £2. So take that with you, so that once you are going to a washroom or somewhere else, or you're gonna get off the wheelchair, put the lock with the wheelchair with something, some grill or something, so that no one else can take it, and this will be an indication that this wheelchair belongs to someone else. Okay, because even if you write it down in English or in Urdu, maybe they might look at it or they might not look at it, and so it's better instead that you leave your own wheelchair unattended. Always make sure someone is with the wheelchair, or use a padlock to lock it and secure it. The other thing, as I mentioned already, you can donate the wheelchair after Hajj or Umrah if you like. So you can donate within the Haram. Can bring wheelchair from home country free of cost on plane. We already discussed that. During Hajj, Rami from Mina to Jamarat, there are volunteers. So this is the point which I mentioned in the front. So majority of the talk which I have done is regarding to Masjid al-Haram. So as I mentioned in the start, what about the days of Hajj, when we are spending from 8th Zil Hajjah to 12th or 13th Zil Hajjah in Mina, Arafat, and Muzdalifah? What gonna be there? You need to bring preferably your own wheelchair. But there are some volunteers. Only what I have found, my research has found out that only in Mina you might find during when you are going for stoning for Rami. During that time, there are some volunteers standing over there with the wheelchairs as well, and you can use them. So, but one point, that use the only volunteers and ask them, do you charge any money? If they say yes, don't use them. Or if you are willing to pay the money, please finalize before you utilize them, because in essence they should not be charging any money. If they do, you can complain to the authority. On the Nusuk app there is an option to complain, or later on take their picture or take their name and report that to the authorities or to the police over there. There will be lot of police, lot of shurtas over there who will be assisting you. So they should not be charging any money. And in Ihram as well, use only authorized people. So as I said, only authorized people. So this is an Arab news that based on what I'm saying that there would be volunteers. Here you can see this is actually arabnews.com. You can verify this is 26th of May, so not too far back. Saudi based Pakistani group recruits over 2,500 sorry 2,500 volunteers to facilitate Hajj pilgrims this year. So these will be the people who will be facilitating. So not necessarily with the wheelchair, they will be guiding you with the map. If you have forgotten your camp in Arafat, in Muzdalifah, not in Muzdalifah, in general, in Arafat, or most probably in Mina, you don't remember where your camp is, you have lost the way. These people will be there to guiding you, and hopefully, inshallah, some of them will be carrying wheelchair as well, because this is what I have found out in the last year. Some volunteers used to have wheelchair as well, so they facilitate inshallah with you. And similarly, the other camps or recruits are done. Volunteer recruits are also happening for many other countries, from Turkey, from from Bangladesh, from India. These are the countries which I have read about. Maybe there are many other countries as well, but I'm not sure about them. But these volunteers are in general, whether you are from Pakistan, India, UK, USA, you can utilize them. They are volunteer to support the Hajis, not Pakistanis or not Indians. So it is general, in inshallah they will try to help you in the best. So this is another picture, and again they are wearing a vest, they will be wearing a vest, something like that. So this is again from the same news article which I have sent. So this is all what I have to share. If you have any question, let me know, and inshallah this information is to the best of my knowledge, to the best of most recent knowledge which I have gained from the authentic website, from Haram, from Nusuk, and from other resources. I hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share. And if you have any comment or any question, let me know. Inshallah, I'll try my best to find the authentic from the authentic sources. Otherwise, you can look at my playlist on the top left. There are lots of videos relating to Hajj and Umrah about different tips as well. Hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.